A shot of Moo in the brew. It's peanut, y'all. A shot of Moo in the brew with a groovy blue. A nice watch with a hat and a T2. A glass of Cabernet steak, old school 88. Don't put no juice in my liquor. I take my mood straight. My chick, she thinking she gorgeous. She the queen of my fortress. I'm the king of the castle. We hustle hard with no hassle. You see, we build it with ease. JFL is the real. We keep it shopping well manicured like my curb appeal.
Good people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an all-new visual podcast. A shot of Moo in the Brew, hosted by yours truly, your boy, your number one guy, Peanut. It's a podcast about everyday life from a man's perspective. And what I want to do right now is introduce you guys to the crew, to my homeboys who will be co-hosting with me. First and foremost, I want to introduce my guy, El Blanco Chocolate, known to the people as the odd man out. What's happening, El Blanco? Say something to the people.
What's going on there, Peanut? How you doing tonight? Today, whenever anybody's watching.
I'm doing extra good, extra gravy. Next up, we got my guy, the old head. We call him Big Dre, a.k.a. the OG. What's happening, partner? Why don't you go ahead and say something to the people? What it do? What's happening with you?
Same old, baby. You know how we crack. You know how we roll.
I hear that. And last but not least, can't forget about my man Joe Black, known around these parts as Mr. Southern Hospitality.
What's
Go
up,
ahead and say
world?
something to the people.
Hey, world, how y'all doing out there? My homie Jay.
I guess they doing all right, baby. I guess they doing all right. We're going to hit them with a soft start today.
All right.
We're going to hit them with a soft start today. First off, I want to know how everybody's weekend was. How was y'all weekend?
Man, my weekend was off the chain. As you already know, brought in a good celebration. A star was born. Her birthday was yesterday, so we celebrated to the utmost, but pretty cool weekend, man.
That we did. What about you, Blanco? How was your weekend, man?
My weekend was pretty good, Went out and got some sushi. Other than that, I didn't really do too much. It was pretty quiet, Quiet weekend.
Laid low. You laid low. Okay. OG, how was your weekend, big dog?
My weekend is what it was. It was a little, it was a little rough. Had a little rough weekend, rough week. But God good. I ain't getting no a lot of rest or nothing like that. But hey, it's a new day, baby. I gotta look forward to something a little better. It's all good though.
Okay.
Heads up, baby.
Like
Heads
that.
up.
So everybody know here the shot of Moo in the Brew on this here visual podcast. We got a little thing we do before we start every show. We go ahead and take that shot. Now I don't know what y'all drinking. Could be tequila, could be Remy, could be Pat and Ron. That's Patron for y'all that don't know. We call them Pat and Ron around here. Whatever you like the shot, whatever you like to drink, go ahead and raise your glasses up. We're gonna have us a shot before we get started. It's a brew, a shot of Moo and a brew tradition. Shalom, I see you spinning that thing, baby. That's how you get it started.
Tasty.
Good people, ladies and gentlemen, we are missing one of our cast members today. He can't be with us. Oh, Smoke Dog. He'll catch us on the next episode. Shout him out anyway. And what we're going to do, man, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it today. Today, we are talking about your support system. Support system meaning who you got supporting you, standing behind you, by your side, pushing you through, making sure you stay on the straight and narrow. Don't be out there cutting up and fucking up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So the question that I want to ask is, tell me about your support system. Strong, fickle, or non-existent? You know what I'm saying? What that sound like to y'all?
Now, who are you pointing this question to, first of all?
Well, the question is pointed to everybody.
You want all three of us to answer this question?
I want all three of you to answer the question.
At the same time?
One at a time, though. One at a time.
You didn't say that, though.
Which you got to give me a minute to narrate the situation and get through, big dog.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna narrate the situation.
Well, okay, all right then.
So we're gonna start with you.
Who?
Which is you, Big Gray, OG.
Okay. All
Tell
right.
us what your support system like, man. What's it like?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what my support system like, bro. It's called 32 years of my road dog, my buddy, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
However you want to put it, however you want to specify it. How I got to 32 years wasn't no smooth road though. Had its bumps and its ups and downs. But when you got a real roadie on your hip, Slim, you can't be beat. That they say two can't be beat. Man, that's like having 4 people. But it's different strokes for different folks too, bro. When you start talking about support system, because it started way back with me with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So it was instilled in me about support, regardless of who I added alongside of me to make me stronger. There you go. So then when you ask about support systems, where you want to start at? You want to start from the base stuff, or you want to start from right now? That's an open question. That's a big question right there about a support system.
True that. But before we go any further, we're gonna run the clip. Let the people see what we're talking about out there. Go ahead and run the clip for them.
Oh, okay. I couldn't read that because I ain't got my glasses on. My bad. I did. I got that.
Did you get it that time?
I got it that time.
When we talk about support system, we're not only talking about support from a family perspective. We can be talking about support in the workplace, support from a good friend. Whatever kind of support you experience in your life. So let's go to El Blanco. El Blanco Chocolate. What's your support system like, my guy?
I got a pretty strong support system. I'm blessed to have a pretty close family and good friends. I know if I was ever in a tough situation, I could rely on both my mom or my dad, my sisters. I actually rent a room from a couple friends of mine who I'm sure would do anything for me. So I'm pretty blessed in that area of life. So I got a pretty strong one.
What about support system as far as a personal support system, a little lady in your life? We always got to go down that road with you.
Oh shit.
Well, as far as a lady in my life right now, don't have anything as far as that goes. So,
Why not?
I see. So basically, what he's saying is, ladies, if you're watching the Shot of Moon and the Group, y'all need to holler.
You can put my number across the bottom of the screen.
Single,
I knew it.
Ready to meet.
Gonna do it.
Get out there and do something. Y'all holler at the man. Hey, hit me in the DMs. I'll send a message to him myself.
I saw your show.
So, Joe Black.
That was dirty.
What's up, my dude?
Southern Hospitality. What's
going
your support
on?
system like?
My support system is solid, man. Especially within the last year, it opened my eyes to a lot of. It showed me who, who was standing behind me, who wasn't. My number one supporter, she really stands behind me and keeps me on the straight and narrow. And then I go to school, and then I get support system from my fellow student. I drive trucks, so trucker school, so we support each other. It's like a brotherly type support system. Sometimes we have bad days, good days. Well, we pull through it. We help each other pull through it. Then I got my mom and that support system. Even though they're out of town, I still hear from her, and she still gives me that motherly type support. Then I got my other mothers. She helps me out, and so my support system is solid, man. I can't complain. All across the board.
Right on. Yes, sir.
That's good stuff. That's what we need. Well, y'all know, I got a pretty strong support system myself. Wasn't always strong though. My support system started out rough. That thing was fickle. You ain't know who you can call on out there in them streets. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I had some situations where I ain't know where I was gonna stay. I ain't know what I was gonna eat. But things change over time. And my support system now is, it's Cock Diesel, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. My baby, she hold me down in every facet of holding me down. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't be no Shot of Moo and the Brew podcast. She's the vision behind the whole thing to help me put it together. So, that support system is real important. It's real important in the world, but it's very, very important for the young folks. The young folks need a support system, man, to keep them on the straight and narrow, and show them a different way other than being out there in the streets and the whole nine. So, let me pose a question to y'all. You guys ever thought about putting something together to help the youth as far as providing a support system for them? To help them reach their goals.
I mean, today's society, man, the youth it's not like when we was growing up. I don't know if they more about action. Talking to them, it goes like in one ear out the other. A lot of them don't even, if it ain't coming through some social media type format, they're not trying to really put no actions with the words. So, I mean, you could try to put something together for the youth, man, but if it ain't on a social media platform or video game type platform, it might be falling on deaf ears. Now, I think it's hope for the youth, but it's so much. They got so much access to so much negativity that even when you're trying to like do something positive, they influence themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
They look at us as older, and sometimes they be like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, or whatever case may be. We being where they at. They trying to get where we at. I think it's hope for the youth, man, but it's gonna do a lot of it's gonna take a lot of soul searching, man, and for people to get down in the trenches. It's rough, and then you really can't do nothing about it, man. Really can't do nothing about it. But I think it's hope for them. It's all about how you go about doing it.
Well, El Blanco, you're a young guy. You're the youngest guy on the team. What do you think some of the things are that we can do, as a group of people, as a group of men to help the youth and provide a better support system to, better the world, better the community?
Joe Black made a point saying, it's got to, if there's some sort of support there, it's got to be like online or in like in a video game platform. And I think that might be the case with a lot of people, but I think that it's good to have things there that are, even if it might not be used, it might be good to have there. Like, investing in, public libraries and recreation centers, parks, things like that. I mean, putting together fundraisers to help fund these things and clean them, get new equipment for those types of facilities. So, I mean, those are all options that, would be the first things that I'd explore. And that being said, kids may gravitate towards, the online type of deal or, things of that nature. But, having those things there, I think is important because, not every kid's going to do that, So I think that type of support is good for them.
Okay, so basically, what I'm getting from you, El Blanco and Joe Black is we got to meet them where they at, as opposed to trying to change them and force them to see things through the lens that we view life. We got to meet them where they at, as far as the gaming world and the music that they're into. Don't try to change them. Meet them where they are and come to some type of agreement with them, and maybe we can work out something. That sounds like a promising avenue to go down. So, Big Dre, old school. OG, you've been around the block a couple times. What do you see as far as a support system for the youth and making some changes.
Well, the one biggest thing is everybody so far is on point. Joe Black, you on point, and El Blanco, you on point as well. But the biggest thing is when you start looking at youth, you start paying attention to youth. You're looking at yourself. Look back at what you did when when you were a teenager or a kid coming up. You said the same thing to your mother and
Mm-hmm.
father. Oh man, y'all old man. Y'all don't know what's going on. That kind of thing. But our mothers and our fathers did most of their things with their hands. They went out. You know what I mean? They made things happen. It wasn't nothing bought. They ain't had
Mm-hmm.
TV. Well, I'm okay. I'm probably the oldest one of the bunch, but it wasn't a whole bunch of TVs. They made music. They chilled with each other. They congregated with each other.
Right.
Your neighborhood was your family. You got your ass whipped by the neighbor up the street. At least I did. And then you got checked again when you got home. So this
Me
day
too.
and
Me
age,
too.
this day and age is with my kids. I can only be fair. I can only be fair. Going into their den and figuring out why they do what they
Mm-hmm.
do is just like them reaching back and trying to figure out where I came from and why I did what I did. Where do you draw a line? You can
Right.
only give them what you got. The biggest thing is that you got to put it in a
Right.
man's hands that created all of this anyway, and that's what I do. I do what I'm supposed to do at the best that I can do, information wise, and I pray a lot more than I used to.
Right.
I ain't trying to make this no spiritual type of thing, but when it comes to the youth, man, you're talking about
A lot of souls out there,
and
boy.
an abyss of what, why, and how.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna ask that question to the day we can't talk no more. We just are.
Okay.
I mean, you can meet them halfway if you want to, but you also have to listen to them. You got to give them a chance. You got to know where they're coming from. But other than that, bro, give them what you got. Be honest about what you give them and keep moving. Keep praying. That's my outlook on it.
Yep, I agree with
Then
that.
we got Peanut froze.
Was he frozen?
We got a
I thought
still
he was just
photo.
really
We
intent.
got a still photo. I done messed him up. Look at him.
Yeah, you don't froze Peanut.
I done froze nut. That's it.
Wow, man.
He had to get off the screen. Let me
You
find
done
out he's
froze.
scared shit. Is he
You done
sniffling
froze
over there or
Peanut.
something? He done got sensitive, man. Oh
Yeah, he
Lord.
done.
He had to go off, wipe the tears off.
Yeah, he had to go wipe his tears a little bit.
But to your point,
Um,
Big Drake, like you said,
huh?
to your point, you can only give them what you got.
Yeah. That's it. Why try look, first of all, there ain't no book on life, bro. Ain't
No,
no book on this. You
no.
gonna have to walk the walk, buddy. And all of us, I'm telling you, all of us that fell down and looked around, had to get up, fell again, polished in the mouth, looked around. What the hell? What's going on? We done went through all that. I'm telling you. And
Yep.
we're gonna do some more. We're gonna get some more adversity stuff coming at us. I, I gotta fight the way I was taught to fight. I gotta get that to the kids, the ones that I know that I can get hold of. You know what I mean? But the electronic games, that's their era.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what though? I promise you, your little daughter, your little niece, any one of them jokers run circles around you with a computer.
Yeah.
Right. See what I mean though? But that just wasn't our era. When we came up, I can remember when they was like, you need to learn how to type because computers are coming. Right. I don't even know what the hell a computer is at that time. But look where I'm at. I'm sitting behind a desk with a computer. I'm
We had
talking, you know.
we had computers back then, but it was floppy disks.
And see the biggest thing is that see, this is where our age is different. See there? Because when I got out of high school, buddy, I ain't even look, I came out of school in 1980.
Oh man.
Floppy who? Right. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was a thought.
Mm-hmm.
The process just hadn't made it yet. I went to computer learning center, so I was using FiCam. Oh yeah, right. That's right. I had to type out computer cards and stick it in a mainframe. for it to read. So that's where I'm at. You, the next one ahead of after me, floppy disk. You were in it. You know what I'm saying? You were involved in that. You were being taught that in school. I ain't get that.
Right.
I caught
Yeah,
all
I had
mine
a
looking
computer
over.
class.
Right, I caught it looking over people's shoulders. That's
Right.
how I looked. I had to, like anything else, I had to take it
Yeah.
because wasn't
But even
nobody
shit
going
was
to give
different
it
from when
to me.
I was a kid to what it is now, though. I mean, shit now is just
Right?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but the one good thing about the electronics, though, bro, they do keep
Electronic.
kids in the house, but they ain't
So
in that street.
so let me ask y'all something. What is one tip or lesson that you got from your support system that helped you time after time? Like, what's one lesson that you was taught or you learned from somebody or your support system that you keep? It keeps you going. Like time after time, you just keep replaying it in your mind to keep you on the straight and narrow. What's like
We don't.
one of the things or a tip
My
or
fam, my
lesson?
fam, my family never accept failure. They don't even know what that means in my household. I fail. I can't. Those are words that I couldn't use.
Yeah,
And the only thing it did was it made me strong about what type of world we were getting ready to get involved in. That's how I had to do my kids. This world ain't fair. So if it's one particular thing, my grandma and them always told me, be honest with yourself. Don't ever let nobody take you out of your realm. Don't ever do that. If it don't feel right, don't do it. If you go ahead and do it, that's on you. So it was cut and dry with me, man. It wasn't a whole bunch of I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't a whole bunch of BS when we came up. You lied, you got popped in your mouth. Period. Wasn't no lying in the household. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And that's how you treat people outside of that.
right,
If it was heard that you disrespected somebody in the street, my grandmother come find you, Slim. And she don't care about the circumstances. You disrespected that person right there? Is that
right,
true? That's your ass.
right,
So it all starts again from you. It's just if you don't have a strong core and you dealing with somebody outside of you, even if it's your kids or your
right,
nieces, nephews, or cousin, bro, they can feel it. They know it, and you know it because of
right,
the respect that you get back. You already know it. You can't tell me that sometimes you talk to somebody, they look at you a different way when they know that you ain't playing.
right.
And it don't have nothing to do with nothing.
It's a different
You know what I
respect.
mean?
It's a
Right.
different
Stop.
respect.
And it's like, okay, that's one of them stops like he really mean that because the next one's gonna be my head.
Right,
But it ain't had nothing that might not even been in your thought process to hit nobody, but stop. Stop means stop. Let it go. It's
right.
over. And
What
that's
about you?
that's
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
no, you good.
What about you, El Blanco? What's one lesson or something that stuck with you that you learned from your mentor or family member that you carry on with you to this day?
Well, from what I've learned from using a support system and having a support system is to be able to be somebody else's support system. I mean, if you're going to lean into somebody, you got to let them lean into you. I mean, we're not all strong all the time. I think everybody goes through some stuff.
Look,
Everybody needs a friend. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. If every time you had somebody help you and you help somebody else, it'd be a perfect world. But that's the thing. I think we're all in this together, and I think that's the main point I want to get across with that. I think be somebody else's support system. If you're going to lean into other people, let them lean into you.
absolutely. That's good talk. I give you that.
Yeah,
I give you that. I mean, I listen to everybody's opinion, man, and should be by right. It's not about a right or wrong on the answer to that question or any questions that we're asking. It's just a matter of how you really feel because everybody has gone through a different road on how to do this or that. You know, you have to do it your way. You can't do it my way. I can't do it your way. You just have to do it and trust in what you did was 110%, and hopefully it all come out right, even if it's wrong. You know, can't beat yourself up if I gave everything I had to try to make that a right.
True.
So I give you what I have. I can't do nothing else but give you all I have. If that's not enough, then that means we need to take it to another level. That means I'm gonna need some support from somebody that I think that can help you or get you to understand what I'm trying to get across to you. Sometimes them kids will block you out, bro. They will block you out, and it ain't funny.
True. Now, my next question, and this, El Blanco. So who support system are you a part of? Me myself, I'm a part of my girls. Like we support each other. Like we got each other back during times like when it get rough. For me, I'm part of her. She's a part of my support system. And then like when times get rough for her, I'm a part of her support system amongst other people. So who support system are you a part of, El Blanco?
I'm a support system of my mom, my sister. My sister's got kids. She could always ask me to watch them or ask me to come help out with anything. I've got her. My mom. Anytime she needs something moved or she needs me to drive her somewhere or anything, I'm down to help her. Any of my friends. There's been, and I don't want to name specifics,
Right.
but there's been some times where people have used me as a support system, whether it's, just using somebody to talk to or, needing somebody to move something or, anything big or small, I've been and I've been happy to help every time. Just
Right.
going back to what I said earlier, I mean, if you're going to lean into other people, you got to let them.
Right.
It's just part of life.
Peanut, glad you could rejoin us, brother.
Hey.
All right, Drake. Same question to you, man. Who support system are
Yeah,
you a
good
part
to
of?
be back.
Big Drake.
Huh?
Well, two of them really. It'd be more my mother and my wife. Those are the major hitters. That support system for me. Period. Hands down. As far as I'm concerned, not even trying to be. Uh, I'm not trying to boost them up a whole hell of a lot, but that's it. It's black and white, bro. Here it is. That support system. Them two women right there
Okay.
made this right here. That's it. I can't give you nothing else, and I don't need to explain a whole lot about it.
True.
You know what I mean? That's all I got, man. I don't need to wave no banner for them.
Hey, that's all. Hey, that's all you need, man. As long as you know you're in that orbit,
I'm
that's your
right here.
support
This is
system.
it. This is what them two right here manifested. I'm still kicking. I'm still rolling, baby.
That's the support. What about you, Peanut? Whose support system are you a part of?
We ain't talking about the barbershop either.
Nah. The barbershop don't support me that much. They just get my line right. My support system consists of partially toward the same support system that you got.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like big part of my family. They keep me on my toes. They keep me straight. And my kids, believe it or not, they're my biggest fans. So, they're always telling me, Dad, you can do this, Dad, you can do that. And, believing in me and keeping me going. So it's a pretty narrow support system. My dad, my mom, but it ain't a whole lot of people. It's not a whole lot of people to get that. And, my shot of Moo and the Brew Boys, we got this thing going on. It's a real big relief in life. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a hard week when you done had a rough one. You get with your boys, y'all go ahead and take a couple shots and sip a little bit of that brew and talk about it. Make the week easier. Make that
take
thing
a shot
easier,
Take it real.
Yeah. Y'all take a shot.
What's that couple shot?
I think support. I think without a support system, man, a lot of people would fall by the wayside. And a lot of people say, "Man, I don't need nobody," but everybody needs somebody, man. It's just you cannot live in this world
That's right.
and not have some kind of support.
Yeah.
You just can't do it by yourself.
Nobody's strong all the time.
Nah,
whether you go to
you gotta
church,
put your head down somewhere, sometime, buddy. On somebody.
whether you know you lean on the religious support or whatever organization that you get your support from, you need some kind of support. Like you cannot make it in this world alone.
Absolutely.
It's very important to have some kind of support system. You know, recovering addicts, they need the support of sometimes intervention groups. Sometimes, man, I mean, I hate to say it, some people need the support of a prison system to get themselves back together. You just need support, man. You know, support is good.
That's a rough piece of support there, buddy.
Yeah, but some people that's what it takes to get back on track.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You know, either that
but by the time you get there, it's already you already know that their support system was broken
from the beginning.
And I mean,
and then, you know, you might have accounts, you might meet people. It's all about meeting people. So, you know, your support system come from places you wouldn't even expect.
That's true. That's true.
Right. So
that's why I said sometimes it's better to. Sometimes it's not your voice; it's somebody else's, and they're saying the same thing, but they got it. It just happens. It happens that way sometimes.
It happens, and it's crazy. It's unfortunate, but sometimes that's what it is.
Very unfortunate.
We moving into our last 15 minutes of showtime. But I want to ask El Blanco, the restaurant connoisseur, what restaurants would you recommend to the people? Just off the top.
Off the top of my head?
Just off the top. Give me a couple.
God. Well, I was at a couple days ago. I was at sushi for anybody who likes sushi here. I was at this spot, Sushi Q. There's one in Laurel. They were pretty good. You know, so I had my usual. I had, you know, I usually get anything with salmon because that's usually my go-to fish. I'm a big salmon fan. So I got some sashimi, which is just, you know, the cut, you know, just straight fish. And then you get, I got, I think they had it was called a Wayne's roll, which is salmon. And then it's got some other stuff in it. To be honest, I just kind of pick and choose in the menu. And it's usually all good, you know. So sometimes with sushi, eventually you'll get, you know, a bad one that way. But I tend to like most of them. But that was really good. You know, I ended up getting, you know, some sake with it. You know, I usually get a Japanese beer like a Kirin or a Sapporo or something. So, yeah, I had a good time. Was with a couple friends. Other than that, you know, another spot in Annapolis I go to for sushi was Tsunami, which is usually my go-to. You know, it's more of an atmosphere place. You know, usually they have some, you know, good bands playing or you know, and they got good food too. You know, it's not all sushi. You know, they got you know, like a lobster mac and cheese. It's really good. But you know, and stuff's opening back up. You know, COVID regulations are kind of loosening now, so you can have more people at the bar. So,
okay.
Off the top of my head, those are the two that I would go with right now.
Hey,
you on the sushi topic right now. Sushi.
Hey. All right, to all my sushi lovers, you know, my man just gave it up, so make sure y'all check those spots out. Some good sushi. All right. So Dre, my question to you is, you like to cook, right?
Somebody told you something. They wouldn't ask that question.
Somebody put a bug in my ear. Yeah. What's something good you cooked lately?
Hey, look
what's something you done whipped up lately that's pretty good that you might want to share with the people?
Hey, look here. First of all, let me tell you something. First of all, catering right here do all that in my yard right here. 3 smokers, brisket, lamb, salmon. I just had some blackened trout.
Okay.
Stuffed shrimp. I mean, brother, let's go on. You name it, I got you. One of these podcasts, I'm gonna make sure we over here so they'll know what I'm talking about.
Hey, hey, look, when you make them reels or whatever you finna make,
Slim.
you know, make sure we get a sample.
Well, hey, look here, Slim. You know already you're part of the family now, Slim.
I'm in there. I'm in there.
Get it. You gonna get it. You hear what
I'm
I said?
surprised you have something smoking overnight right now.
I'm telling you.
Get it. When I tell you,
I can smell it now. Hey, Jay.
Hey, whenever y'all ready. You know?
You see that, Jay? You hear the invite, Jay?
Hey, look, ain't no problem.
Yeah, whenever you ready, baby. You know, I drive you right on over there.
You see, he ain't saying much of nothing over there. El Blanco, hey, look,
Hey.
El Blanco has some too.
El Blanco has some?
Ask him.
Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before I get to Jay, let me just tell y'all that I'll be watching a lot of shows, right? So,
okay,
I'm gonna give y'all a good recommendation. It's this show. I don't know if y'all ever seen it called Ozark. Have y'all seen that show?
Yep, already saw it.
I've heard of it. I've wanted to check it out, but I haven't seen it.
You got to stay with that show though. You can't let it go.
You can't let it go. You got to. I'm gonna give you that show. Have you ever watched Bates Hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, is that that's the horror one, right?
No, well, it's a show. They got a show. They got a series.
Yeah.
You watched that, Big Dre?
Yes, sir.
It's on Netflix, right?
Right. So Netflix. Okay. Have you watched on FX called Animal Kingdom?
Yeah, my son just put me on that.
I'm telling you, those are some fire shows.
Yeah.
What's the Animal Kingdom about? Animals, obviously, but it's like documentary.
No, it's not about animals.
It has nothing to. Well.
Oh, really? All right. So not obviously.
I did the same thing though.
But check it out. You will be hooked. Jay, I'm gonna let you close this out, brother, man. I mean, what you got to say?
Man, I ain't got a whole lot to say. You know, support system's important. Support system's important, man. You know, it's an important part of life. We all need it to thrive and survive and to keep moving out here in these streets. You know, keep your head up, keep pushing, and that's about the best we can do, man. You know, I want to thank everybody though for tuning in and checking us out.
Any wine?
Let me put you on some wine. So one of my favorite spots is Ingleside Vineyard in Colonial Beach. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lady, we go there quite often. They got some pretty decent wines. Y'all been out there? We done all been out there and checked it out.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
They got a red wine that's phenomenal, a red bank. You know, and this time of year they got the slushy wine. Y'all got to check out the slushy wine. It's made out of a wine that they have. It's like a sort of like a Pinot Grigio. It's called Blue Crab, in a sense. They make it a slushy. It's real good wine. For my guy Dre, who stay on the grill with that red meat.
Yeah, come on with it.
Out there, some lamb out there. You got to throw you some red wine with that. A nice Cabernet Sauvignon. Ooh. You know, top that thing off real good.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna try it out.
Yeah, we're gonna try it out. A lot of different wines we can get into. It just depends on, you know, what we eating and what we pairing it with. For sure.
Okay.
Well,
we're gonna be eating soon. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
Well, you know, this is my first time on the show, so I guess we close it out with a shot. How we do? How we do it? We'll close it out with a shot.
That's how we do it, baby.
Well, Joe, this is my first time too. So you ain't by yourself. You ain't the Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Hey,
you ain't by yourself. You ain't the only first. This is my first one.
Okay, we the rookies. Jay.
Me and Jay are the only ones too under our belt right now.
El Blanco.
Jay's got two. Jay's only got one and a half. Let's be honest right now.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. You know they say
before you close that thing out, everybody give up your social media. Let the people know where they can get in contact with you with. You know, where they can get updates on the show, what's going on, what we got popping off. Yeah, I see that glass. Big Dre. Give them your social media, Blanco. Let them know where they can follow you at on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, I'm looking up my Instagram is Kevin PR McKay. You can find me on there. You can find me on Facebook, just Kevin McKay. And that's really all I have. I don't really have I think I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. So you might not want to look me up on Twitter. So. because I won't look at you.
Yeah. I don't use Twitter either. Let them know where they can find you at there, Joe Black, on that social media.
Well, I mean, I only have one platform as of right now. That's Facebook up under Joe Black. I don't have no content that I posted, but I will start posting the content, especially dealing with the brew. So that's where you can follow me at the moment. No IG, none of that yet. No Twitter.
Right.
But that's soon to change.
Yeah.
All right, Big Drake. Give them
What, man?
give them your social media. Let them know where they can follow you at, man.
Hell, you want me to tell you now, man? You just sit here and say
What's
he
his
ain't got
social
one.
media?
He don't have one. I don't need
You ain't got no social
Facebook.
media?
Facebook.
You on Facebook? Give them your Facebook so they can follow you.
Moo and a brew. Don't get
No,
look.
no, bro.
It ain't got nothing to do with nothing to find me. All right? God damn it. You
All right, man. Look here. Y'all can find me on the Shot of Moo and the Brew. That's at on the Shot of Moo and the Brew on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? DM me. You know, comment, all that good stuff. We do have a YouTube page. Let's not get it twisted. We will be posting the shows on YouTube. That's a Shot of Moo and a Brew on YouTube. We'll make sure we keep y'all updated on that.
Mm-hmm.
And special thanks to hashtag She Writes Books for producing the show. Always looking out for us. The Queen Pen.
Big sis.
This here episode is sponsored by My Curb Appeal Lawn Services. You know, y'all call us anytime. You can find us on Instagram. That's My Curb Appeal Lawn Services on Instagram. DM me. We can get your grass cut, get your lawn trimmed up, get you looking nice and tight. For sure.
And I'll
So
bring
as
sandwich.
we do all the time, we in the show. Say what?
Nothing. My bad.
You want a sandwich?
I said, boy, you know what? Go on, kick it on. Go on, kick that shit home. I said, I'll bring him some
Wait a
sandwiches.
minute. So
Wait a minute.
we end the show the same way we started.
Hey, come on. There ain't nothing good like getting
We
a
ended
good
the
lawn
same way we
service.
started. That's with a shot.
What's that right there? His
That's
is
Moo
empty.
Cow, baby.
No, his empty.
That's a double.
That's apple juice.
Hold
I
up,
like some
hold up.
apple juice.
Hold up, Joe Black.
Oh, that's
Your cup empty, Joe Black. We don't do empty cups.
Hey, Joe.
We
Look
don't
what
do
Joe
empty
did.
cups. You got to put something in there.
Look what Joe did. All right, then. It's that
You
tea.
got to put a little.
Just
You got to put a
put it in
little.
there now. You
Okay.
actually
There's
are
some dark
drinking
fruit
something.
tea in his glass, dog. He looked. Oh,
So here we go.
Okay.
you okay? Today
We're gonna
is
end
Monday.
it with a shot.
Oh, let's get it. Oh, today is Monday.
All
I
right.
appreciate y'all.
All right.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in, for
Good
following us on Instagram, for enjoying the show.
Can we get the shot going, please? Thank you.
We appreciate you. We love you. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.